And so both during and after the English Revolution, the Celtic nations of Ireland and Scotland were particularly targeted by the English. And we know that Oliver Cromwell travelled to Ireland and created Northern Ireland, and soon after the Protestants established the Orange Lodge there of the Orangemen in Northern Ireland. The fight for independence by the Scottish against the English began in 1296 when King Edward Longshanks invaded Scotland with his army, and he stole the Stone of Scone from the Palace of Scone and took it back to London. And today we see under King Edward's chair this stone for the coronation of kings and queens. This stone is thought to be the old temple cornerstone from the Temple of Solomon. In 1709 the Scottish lost their independence when the British and Scottish parliaments agreed to be ruled from London, and the Union Jack was created with the blue cross of St Andrew from the Scottish flag and the red cross of St George from the English flag, representing the new union of nations called Great Britain. Then on the 16th of April 1746, the Jacobite forces of Charles Stuart were decisively defeated at Culloden by the Hanoverian Germany mercenary forces near Inverness in the Scottish Highlands. The Hanoverian victory at Culloden halted the Jacobite intent to overthrow the House of Hanover and restore the House of Stuart to the British throne. After that battle, the Scottish were no longer allowed to wear a kilt or carry a bagpipe or gun, and many Scottish were cleared off their land, and many were sent as mercenaries to India, where 8 out of 10 died from either being wounded in battle or from malaria. By the time the British began to immigrate to New Zealand in the early 1800s, many of them had suffered from the loss of their culture and displacement. Many had travelled from Great Britain to India before reaching the Antipodes to settle Australia and New Zealand. In New Zealand, Dunedin became a Scottish settlement that was named after Edinburgh, meaning New Eden. Christchurch, Wellington, Hastings, New Plymouth and Auckland all had English names. The British also brought with them the Hebrew Christian religion. In the early 1800s, the missionaries arrived and began encouraging the Maori to become Christians, and by 1842, 3,000 had been baptized. And so the two southern tribes of Israel are the tribe of Judah and Benjamin, who are the Scottish and the Irish today. That is the Royal Scots, who are the royal tribe of Judea, and are scattered throughout the world, and they leave their legacy in Great Britain, and their flag is represented on the Union Jack along with the English flag. And we know that when the world wars were taking place, it was the southern tribes from Great Britain who were opposing the northern tribes from Germany. And so history and prophecy is still working itself out in our world today. So that's all we have time for in our history of the Celts. In the next episode, I'm going to look at the history of the Jews who also lived in Judea with the Celts.